All right, to all of you who own small businesses or who have online stores, get Ship Done. When you're selling online, your customer reviews can make or break your business. So it's important to keep your customers happy by shipping out your orders quickly. That's why you need ShipStation. Whether you're using Shopify, Squarespace, WooCommerce, or wherever you sell, ShipStation automatically imports your orders in one easy-to-use interface. Then use ShipStation to quickly and easily create shipping labels for all the top carriers, including UPS, FedEx, and USPS. ShipStation will help you choose the right carrier to get the lowest rate for every single package. I can't tell you how much I recommend ShipStation. It's made sending out things so much easier, so much faster, and so much cheaper. Right now, try ShipStation free for 30 days and get an additional month free only if you use my promo code Rapaport, R-A-P-A-P-O-R-T. Go to ShipStation.com. Before you do anything else, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Rapaport. That's ShipStation.com. Enter the promo code Rapaport. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Go to ShipStation.com now. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast Live.
You down with Rapaport? Yes, I am. 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 You better tune in, IamRapaport.com. Cause every single podcast, you know he drops bombs. I seen him on set, a seasoned vet with true talent. Catch him on his way to CrossFit, rocking the New Balance. He asked me to do the track cause he know I rhyme elite. But I'm just waiting for the Robert De Niro line of the week. Breakfast of Champions, hosted bagel, cream cheese, and lox. This is I Am Rapaport, the show never stops. We might catch him out in public, stretching his knees. But if you don't listen to the show, yo, wig up, please. Wig up, please. This is the
I Am Rapaport Podcast.
Is this fucking thing on? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Danny Aiello from the fucking Bronx. Please welcome to the stage the 2015 podcast co-host of the year, Mr. Gerald fucking Moody. Make some fucking noise. And introducing the Gringo Mandingo, Michael fucking Rapaport. Yes. I like this. How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
This is good. It's good to be back in Iowa. Wait, is it Iowa? We're not. Where are we at? Milwaukee. I know, we're in Minnesota. We haven't been here in 20 years, me and G. Monetti. In case you don't have any idea what you came upon, my name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo.
Word up.
A.k.a. White Mike.
Yep.
A.k.a. Mr. White Folks. Mm-hmm. And this is Gerald Moody, the 2015 podcast co-host of the year.
That is true.
Moody rhymes with duty.
For sure.
They call him the Black Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
And we're really happy to be here. Thank you sincerely for coming out. This is the first leg on the 3-city world tour. And we couldn't have picked a better place to start than in Minnesota and in Minneapolis right here.
Yes. Absolutely.
I first came to this city in, I think it was 95 or 96.
95.
95. We were filming a movie called Beautiful Girls. Yes. Supermodels. And to be honest, I had no idea what to expect, and I was pleasantly surprised. Number one, it wasn't a bad winter. I had heard so many horror stories. But number two, the artistic community, the music, the culture, the film, and also the food. So we had a good time out here.
Yeah, we had a Juicy Lucy today, right?
We had a Juicy Lucy today.
Nice.
Now, I don't know if we went to the wrong place. I think we went to one of the first. What was the name of the place we went to?
Matt's.
Is that the best one?
That's the best one.
I loved it. It was great, and they were very nice to us. It took 37 minutes to get my Juicy fucking Lucy.
Word.
At some point, I forgot what we were doing here. I was like, where the fuck, what are we doing here?
Right, exactly.
Why did we come to, what, and I didn't, and then I would, by the time, like, it came, what the fuck is a Juicy Lucy? And then after I bit into it and scorched the roof of my mouth, she said, don't bite into it because you're going to scorch the roof of your fucking mouth.
Absolutely.
But in 95, 96, when we first came here, we spent a lot of time at this club called the Glam Slam.
Word.
And I don't know if anybody's a little our age, but we had some fun nights at the Glam Slam, boy. And that was Prince's club, I believe. He owned it.
Tight nights.
Whew, man, it was nuts. To be honest, we were young. We were filming a movie. I kind of lost my fucking mind here. At the time, I didn't drink or smoke anything at all, sincerely, and I lost my mind, which goes to show that I really lost my mind. If you could lose your mind stone cold sober, you're really losing your mind. That's like losing your mind, like legitimately, like you can't blame it on, I started drinking, I took this, like I went fucking nuts out here. But for those of you, so who listens to the Iron Rapaport stereo podcast? Okay. Good. So pretty much everybody got a sense of what they're in for tonight, which is just we're gonna talk and as you guys know, some of the topics and the way we go about things, that we don't fact check anything
off the cuff.
We have a couple of notes because generally when we do the podcast, it's not in front of a raging live audience.
Word.
But in general, when we do the podcast, it is pretty much
off the cuff.
Off the cuff, and the chips fall where they may. And the whole we don't fact check phenomenon, as we like to call it at this point, came about because I feel like there's so many places that you could go to. There's so much information on the internet. Why not talk shit and pick up the pieces later?
Right. Like you do in your everyday lives.
Right.
Everybody does that.
I mean, we just said Juicy Lucy's today.
We was talking mad shit.
All kind of shit. Anyway, so when we came here in 95, we were working on this film, Beautiful Girls. I don't know if anybody saw that movie. And actually, Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman. She was Oh My God at the time. She was in the prime peak of her career. She was just off of Pulp Fiction. And I remember the first time I met her, I shook her hands and I said, "You got big hands." And I don't think no one had ever said that to her before. But I meant it in the most, like it would be like saying you have nice eyes. Like her hands were the same size as mine. But like Uma Thurman hands. She was like an Amazon woman, but in the best way.
Could she palm a ball, like a basketball?
I didn't ask her that.
Doc shit.
I didn't ask her that, but I did say that, and then things went downhill from there. I haven't spoken to her since that. But it was exciting working with her, and because I was such a fan, and so was everybody. She was on the cover of Vanity Fair, and she had just come off Pulp Fiction, and she was just knock dead gorgeous, and of course that movie had a great cast. It had Rosie O'Donnell and Matt Dillon, and Max Perlich and Timothy Hutton. And of course, Natalie Portman, who me and her, she was like my friend because I felt like, after I said that to Uma, I actually was the outcast of the set. And because Natalie was, I think, only 12, like we would just like, we would be on the set, like I'm just like hanging out with her. She was like sort of, 12 years old in a 25-year-old's body. So we were just chilling out. But I'll tell you a quick story. One of the funny stories about that set, if it was 1995, let's just say it was 1995. Again, we don't fact check, and I have a hard time remembering. 96. Was it 96? Maybe it came out in 96, but we shot it in yeah. So they were also filming Fargo here. At that point, they were filming that at a certain point, and then they had to leave because, like I said, it wasn't a bad winter. It wouldn't snow. So I remember they shut down production, and I kept seeing Steve Buscemi in the hotel, and he was like, "Oh, we didn't shoot today. There's no snow." And I was like, "Jesus Christ!" I mean, there was some snow, but they needed like Fargo, like blizzard snow. If you saw that movie, I digress. What was I saying? It's about the first time I got drunk. So anyway, the late great Ted Demme, who directed that film, who passed away. We were doing a night shoot with fake snow. They had these snow machines, and it was sort of like it was like chopped up plastic. It'd be like if you put, because thousands of plastic bags and you chop them up, and it was like these little sort of plastic particles. So those guys were having a couple of drinks in between shots, light stuff, but Jameson, I think. I don't know. Honestly, I swear I had never drank before. So one night...
you had some of that good Irish whiskey.
Yeah, because he's got Matt Dillon, consummate stickman, by the way.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Top 5.
I don't know if he's top 5.
Who's number 1?
We'll get to that. We're in Minnesota.
Cheater.
It's got to be Prince. We're in Minnesota.
Oh,
the
yeah.
late great.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the top
Prince
5
is number 1
stickman
because
list.
he had his shit permed.
Yes.
So he has to be, because he looks like a lady, but he's getting all the women.
Gotta be number 1.
Gotta be number 1.
And you never knew when he was gonna unfold the purple loaf. Woo.
Word up.
You never knew when he was gonna dip his wick back into the waters.
And look at how he looks.
5'5", 116 pounds.
And you go in the club and you bag the baddest motherfucker in the club. You this tall.
With a blouse on.
With a blouse. Purple.
And whatever he chose.
He's not gay,
No. But in the 80s, you didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Word.
Even if you loved Prince, you were like, I don't know what the fuck. I can't make heads or tails of this guy.
But you knew he wasn't gay, right?
There was a period of time where you
you thought, but then you see all these bad chicks with him.
Yes. Yeah, he was incredible. We'll get to the Stickmen. Let me finish telling the story about I don't think you were in town.
Go ahead.
At this, because Gerald was supposed to come for like a weekend. He stayed like 6 weeks. He couldn't leave.
Minnesota is great. Minneapolis is awesome. And we're from New York City. Minneapolis is great.
Fantastic. So anyway, they were having drinks. It was all the guys. Matt Dillon, Max Perlich, Timothy Hutton, Ted Demme, who went on to direct Blow and a few other films and unfortunately passed away. And I remember they were like, have a shot. I was like, nah, I don't drink. It wasn't like I just didn't drink.
You didn't drink.
Because growing up, I always wanted to be in the NBA. And I don't know why at 25 I still thought maybe there's going to be...
Maybe motherfuckers will call your ass.
Maybe I got overlooked by high schools, colleges in the last 6 years. Like,
that motherfucker, high learning, we need him on the Knicks.
Remy.
Rapaport.
We're 6 games under 500. Get Remy.
There you go. There you go.
So they were all like, have a shot. I was like, fuck it, I'll have a shot. I'm in here with Matt Dillon, one of my favorite actors, Timothy Hutton, who, by the way, on the low, great stickman.
Word?
Oh, fantastic. First of all, he won an Oscar when he was like 19 for Ordinary People.
Damn. So you gotta be a stickman.
Oh, he was fantastic. He had the baby blue Irish eyes. And on the set, here's the deal. On the set, you're thinking like, oh, well, who's gonna try to go? Uma Thurman was single. One day, this is the truth, and I'm not spilling any gossip because it was out in the open. One day I'm walking, and I was always like, at the time, now I'm sort of more used to being around people, celebrities, but like Matt Dillon and Timothy Hutton and Uma, like I was like, I knew I belonged there and I was a professional, but there was always a part of me that was, especially when we were off set, where I was like, oh shit, I'm doing a movie with these people. Like I had that feeling about me. Excuse me. Anyway, so I remember walking by the trailer one day, And I see like Timothy Hutton and Uma Thurman, like, you know, not full on making out, but like kissing. And I was like, I felt like I was walking into my parents' room and seeing something I shouldn't have seen. And I was like, you know, I was going over there to bullshit around, and I opened the door and they're like kissing. I was like, oh shit, I'm a grown man.
Damn, you saw that.
So then they started dating. It was a public, yeah, I saw it. It wasn't anything like sexual or provocative, but I was like, shit, they're together. So anyway, so in the trailer, they're drinking, they're doing shots. Nobody's drunk. They're just doing shots, you know, like, you know, whatever. So I do a shot, nothing happens. And
that you know, motherfucker.
That I know. But I because I was so new to it, I thought you do a shot and then you feel the effects.
Right, okay.
I didn't, and I remember sitting down the trailer. It was a big trailer. I had a shitbox trailer, but I think we were in Matt Dillon's trailer. He had like a trailer that was like the size of this stage. And we're back there, and we're you know, I do another shot. And then they're talking, we're bullshitting around, and then I could feel like the weeble wobble, and it started to kick in. And then I started in on I didn't know how much resentment I had for Timothy Hutton.
Oh, you started shitting on him.
Well, the thing about Timothy Hutton is I love Timothy Hutton, and I'm friendly with him, and I've worked with him since Beautiful Girls. But the thing that I never was able to get over is that in 1980, there's a film called Ordinary People, which I think is a good film. But if you know and listen to me, one of my favorite films of all time also came out in 1980 called Raging Bull. Woo.
Classic.
Joe Pesci was nominated for an Oscar, and so was Timothy Hutton. And Timothy Hutton won the Oscar.
In 80.
In 80. Doesn't matter. They were both great. This just goes to show the Oscars they're not fixed. They're not. It's not sports. It's not arm wrestling. It's subjective. Thank you. I was going to say objective, then I thought that might not be right. So yes, it's subjective. I want to try to. If anybody could fact check for me while I'm speaking, please feel free to interject. So I remember going. He was right over here to my side, and I remember just starting, and I was like, how do you feel that you beat Joe Pesci for the fucking Oscar? This is me, 25, and he starts cracking up, and they were like, what do you mean? I was like, honestly, you fucking won the Oscar for Ordinary People?
Over this guy.
Are you fucking serious?
Right.
And I'm going on and on and on, and he's laughing, he's got it, they're all laughing, they're like, what do you mean? And I go on a whole spiel about why, and that Scorsese got robbed, and you robbed Joe Pesci. That was what I kept saying. You fucking robbed Joe Pesci like it was somehow his fault. And he's laughing, none of them were taking it seriously, and it wasn't bad natured, and they all were getting a kick out because they knew that I was drunk for the first time. So this went on for a while. Thank goodness I didn't have any more, scenes to shoot. I was just hanging out. And Timothy Hutton, actually, we drove back to the trailer, to the hotels together, and he dropped me off, and we actually wound up, we were taking a 6 a.m. flight to Los Angeles the next morning. So the next morning, I meet him downstairs, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm probably still drunk, and I'm hungover, and I'm disoriented. I had never did this before. I'm 25, and I have my bags, and I remember, he was like, you got to zip your bag up, and I was like, okay, and I'm, nervous, and, I got a bad stomach, as I always do, and, and we make it through the airport and all that stuff, and he's got his sunglasses on, and I remember by the time we got on the plane, we were able to get on the plane, he said, yo, you got a bunch of shit in your hair. And I go, well, what do you mean? And he goes, you got a bunch of shit in your hair. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, you got some of that fake snow in your fucking hair.
Oh, word?
And I'm just and so I pull all the snow out of my hair. We get on the plane, we get home. But he never, ever, ever got mad at me about it. But that was one of the fun stories about doing Beautiful Girls.
Oh, wow.
But
what did you like about Minneapolis filming out here, man?
I love the people. The crew was hardworking. I love the city. I just was so impressed with the music. I didn't realize. I didn't connect the dots of the culture here and the film culture. And to be honest, the ladies, man, you got beautiful women here in Minneapolis.
Word.
You got beautiful girls. When we were filming Beautiful Girls, we saw that Minnesota,
had
Minneapolis,
beautiful girls.
Yes, a lot of beautiful girls.
No doubt.
So we didn't want to leave. I remember we didn't want to leave.
And they're nice.
They're nice.
See, New York, we got different attitudes.
Yes.
Just mad and mean.
Yeah, if you
unusually mean.
Rough and tumble. ready to fight.
And then we have our own little shit, and then you come out here and you meet something, it's like, wow.
Yeah, you say hello, they say hello back. You say hello in New York, it's like either nothing with no eye contact, or like they look at you like Mike Tyson in his prime. Like they want to fucking...
Word.
Like,
no good.
They're so used to it. And also because New York, if you're some sort of close to being an attractive woman, you're in the street. It's that hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking by guys like me all fucking day? What that would do to a woman, it would harden them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to look at this animal again. And then you go 5 feet ahead of you, there's like another one. They're all shapes and colors. Little short Jew pricks, big black dudes. They're all over New York. New York is an eclectic city, so if you're a beautiful girl, you're getting it from every angle, from every degenerate scumbag, left and right. Oh, mommy, bless you this. Shut the fuck up. If I was a girl, it's like being a star if you're a girl walking down the street. It's like literally, you're like Warren Beatty in his prime. Like everybody's looking at you.
They gonna come at you.
All right, I've had my movement watch now for a few weeks, and I'm telling you, I love it. I'm wearing my movement watch right now. It's nice, it looks fancy, but you know what? It didn't cost a lot of money. If you haven't had a chance to experience a movement watch, now is your chance. Movement watches start at $95. When Movement cut out big, huge brand markups, the price of a stylish watch finally got affordable. Movement offers their watches for a fraction of the price. This watch looks like it could be $500, $600. Movement is a company that's grown organically by supporters like you, so join the more than 1 million social media followers and get a Movement watch today. I got one, and I'm telling you, I love it. Go to MVMT Watches. That's MVMTWatches.com/Rapaport, and they'll give you 15% off your entire purchase. Go to MVMTWatches.com/Rapaport. Trust me, I love my Movement watch. Ladies, you could get one for your man. They'll love it. Guys, you'll love this watch. I love my Movement watch. Check it out now.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
All right, so we're gonna jump into this. So you know, sometimes we do sick fucks of the week, and we're gonna get into that. And I would love for you guys to. We're gonna have, you know, usually we pick the sick fuck of the week. We're gonna throw this at you guys and see if you guys could pick it. But I just read about a guy who I thought was a sick fuck of the week, but I'm actually gonna categorize him as the dumb fuck of the week. There's a guy in Atlanta.
I want to hear this.
This dumb fuck, about 4 years ago, won the lottery for $3 million. Right? Now, you win the lottery for $3 million, life is good.
You shouldn't be in America.
You should be in Minnesota, in a shack, you have a lake house. Everything should be fine.
Fiji Islands.
Chilling.
Yes.
Not worrying.
Yep.
This dumb fuck just got arrested for opening a meth lab.
Damn.
Mo money.
They're not going to make that legal.
You're so dumb. And
Weed is good, motherfucker.
He said, when I won the $3 million, I couldn't believe it. And now this happens, and I can't believe this. No shit, you dumb fuck you.
Word.
The judge is going to have no leniency on a $3 million lottery-winning, meth lab-having, fake wannabe Walter White motherfucker. Lock his dumb ass up.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
For being an imbecile.
For being one of the top 5 dumb fucks of all time.
All time.
I mean, there was a guy the other day, I can't remember where it was. Where was that guy who shot himself in the mouth on was it on Instagram?
Word.
Right, a supposed rapper, and I'm a fucking NBA player.
Fucking rapper.
He's a fucking rapper. Well, why is that all? Why is being a rapper the only thing that they'll generalize? He's a rapper. Just because, like, if you're on Instagram rapping, there should be some sort of like driver's license to be called a rapper.
A rapper. Word up.
Like you should have to have paperwork or like a parking permit to be called a rapper.
Right.
Like when somebody who, like, if he's got like a Wu-Tang Clan cassette, he's a rapper.
Right.
This guy's not a fucking rapper.
He's a guy with a mental illness.
Yeah, he's a dumbass. He was on Periscope or Facebook
He's not a
Live.
rapper. He can't rhyme for shit.
Yeah, and he's got a
He says that.
While he's a rapper. He shot himself in the through the lip.
Who does shit like that? Instagram gonna have a lot of motherfuckers committing suicide. Watch.
Instagram is poisoning the brain. It's poisoning my brain. I mean, it's poisoning my brain. The followers and the achievement of it and the immediate reaction of it.
And then answering questions.
Right. It's no good.
I don't know you, man.
Right. What are you talking
Why
about?
you asking me that? You never saw me. Just look at my pictures, B.
That's it.
That's it. Look at my pictures. They're great. Connect yourself with me that way. Don't ask me shit, B. I don't ask you.
Mr. Moody, because you have newfound fame. Like the G. Moody, the 2015 podcast co-host of the year. Oh, the pump. I'll do a pump.
Yeah, do a pump.
But I got to do a pump. The pump just comes out of me. I got to do something that's worthy of a pump.
That's that 84 Olympics.
Yes. But how does it feel, like your newfound fame?
It's good, man. I like it.
I mean, you have, like, people ask you for selfies. You get recognized. They ask me all the time, where's G. Moody? Last name rhymes with duty.
Yeah. I'm here, man. I mean, it's good.
How did you feel walking up to the Cedar Cultural Center and seeing your name in lights?
My name wasn't on that marquee, motherfucker. I'm not a Jew.
Shit. Woo! That would be a pump if I wasn't so lazy. If I wasn't still dealing with that Juicy Lucy, I would have gotten up and give you a pump for that one.
Juicy Lucy's a motherfucker.
Why don't we should have a Juicy Lucy. Next time we come back, we're going to have a live Juicy Lucy bar while we're in here.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So let the world know how it is.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? So listen, we're gonna take some questions and then we're gonna get back to the thing. I want to hear what you guys have to ask, what you guys want to know, and I'll take about 3 or 4 questions and then we'll jump into the sick fucks of the week and I'm gonna let the people decide. If you have any questions. So like first, let me answer some questions. You, my man, right there.
Money right there.
No, this guy. This guy here. He asked first. Go ahead.
Yeah, how many wins for the Knicks this year?
You mean the other super team? Then you talking about, just call it the other super team. Let's not even call them the Knicks. Just call them the super team.
30.
No, no. I say the Knicks are going to win 45 games. They're going to make it to the playoffs.
I got them in the playoffs, but I ain't got that amount.
Don't you got to have 45 games to make the? Don't you got to be at least 500 to make the playoffs in this day and age? Not in the East.
The East is charity.
26 games, you're in the playoffs.
That's why I said 30.
Jesus Christ. My answer is 50. If Kusamongas Mubadingus, Willie Hernan Gomenazes,
Who the fuck we got?
We got some guys.
You can't even pronounce these motherfuckers' names.
I couldn't pronounce Porzingis until halfway through the season.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
He's going to go through puberty.
Word.
That motherfucker hasn't started shaving yet. That's one of the problems with the NBA in general. Like, I want my rookies to have finished puberty. I want to know exactly what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Because the hormones, I want to see what I'm getting.
24, 25 should be your rookie age.
Yeah.
Not 16.
Right. As a rookie, 16.
Everybody's not Kobe.
No.
So you need 24, 25.
That's old, man. 24. That's why I kept
that's college, motherfucker. Motherfucker graduate.
That's college, motherfucker. If you got left back 4 times.
You don't think these motherfuckers got left back?
No, I do, but I'm just saying that shouldn't be the priority. 24, 25.
No, I'm telling you, logically, 24.
But then you have somebody like Derrick Rose, who at 21, he was fantastic, rookie of the year.
Yeah.
And then shit hit the fan. But those are injuries. I want to see Derrick Rose do well just as much as the next person. So that's the big if with the Knicks. Everything is based on the injuries. We got a vocal leader with a man bun, Joakim Noah.
He's a New Yorker.
I love Joakim.
Give him a little credit.
I like Joakim.
That's a New York cat.
He's cool. Ladies love Joakim. Just saw a picture of him. He was like on the Greek island somewhere.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to go down as a fantastic stick man. Joakim.
Yeah.
His father was a great
man
stick
bun
man.
Motherfuckers they always get the stickman shit.
The man bun works for Joakim, not so much for Jeremy Lin. Like, he had a man bun, and then he's like, I'm going to change. He moved to Brooklyn. He thought they would, like, I could get a part on girls, and now he has cornrows.
I like him now because he did that.
You like Jeremy Lin because he has cornrows?
He's in Brooklyn. You have to acquiesce. Brooklyn.
Yeah, I got it. So anyway, that's the answer to that question. Well, you, sir.
Yeah, Burgess Meredith, Derek Jeter, or Prince?
Okay. All right, well, we're talking about great stickmen here.
Burgess.
Just so no, Burgess Meredith.
Has to be third.
Wait.
We weren't there.
Excuse me.
He Burgess from the 40s, motherfucker.
Excuse me. Okay, to those of you who don't know, Burgess is it's the actor who played the Penguin in the original the original Batman and Robin TV show, and then he was most famous for playing Mickey in the Rocky films. Now, I learned that Burgess Meredith was a great stickman by chance during the filming of Copland. I went over to talk to Sylvester Stallone, who was smoking a cigarette. And I remember going, Rocky doesn't smoke cigarettes. Gazzo told him to stop smoking cigarettes in Rocky 1 when he was in training.
Gazzo.
I was like, I remember, swear to God, thinking, how the fuck could Rocky be smoking cigarettes? But he's just taking a smoking break. And I went over to him, and I was chatting with him. And, the greatest thing about working with Sylvester Stallone for me was, as such a big Rocky fan, he answered every and all Rocky questions to the point where the director told me, do not talk to this guy anymore. we would do Rocky lines. I would do Rocky lines with him, and he would do Paulie. I would do Rocky, and he would do Adrian. It was like a fucking dream come true.
Damn.
I was more excited at times about doing Rocky lines than doing fucking Copland.
Shit.
It was so much fun. But I remember I walked over to him.
Answer this motherfucker's
I'm
question.
answering it, so I'm getting to him about
waiting.
He's not going anywhere. He fucking paid $20, so he's not gonna get a fucking Juicy Lucy.
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't going nowhere.
That's what they came from.
Right,
I'm tying Burgess into this. How I found out about him being the consummate stickman per Sylvester Stallone. So I go over to him, and I don't know how we got on it. I didn't say, hey, did Burgess Meredith?
Was he fucking a lot of bitches?
Yeah, did he get a lot of pussy? I didn't ask him that.
These motherfuckers 90 years old at the time.
Yeah. I must have said something about, like, to the effect of, I think it was along the lines of, he was so good, I loved him, and yeah, it was something along those lines. And Stallone goes to me, he was a great stick man, right? And I was like, I never heard the term before. I was like, I'm talking to Sylvester Stallone. I was never totally comfortable. I was never like, oh, really? Like, so, when you're talking to somebody like that, and then they say a term that you don't quite catch, it made sense. Like, stickman, I was like, did he play baseball? Did he basketball? I didn't know what the fuck that meant. And I go, yeah. Wait, what? And he goes, Burgess, he was a great stickman. And I was like,
Hollywood.
And he goes, a coxman. And I go, Burgess Meredith was? He goes, consummate stickman. And I go, oh, shit. But this is coming in the Stallone voice. I'm like, it's like an outer body experience. Number one, that I'm finding out that Burgess Meredith was laying it down.
Damn.
During his tenure. And number two, that out of all people.
Sly would tell you that. So
that just so, like, to connect the dots to people who may not know, that the guy who played Rocky's trainer, that little old guy, get up, you son of a bitch. He got a lot of pussy in his name.
Look at this motherfucker who asked the question.
I'm filling in the whole room here.
Okay.
We're working the room here. We're so used to being in this. Like, we talk about the Gloom Tomb like it's some fantastic place. The Gloom Tomb is a fantastic shithole.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you say, so this just, and it was also interesting. Sylvester Stallone was no stiff of a coxman either.
Word.
This guy was all world for years.
Word.
Now, he was married for a period of time, but then he was fantastic coxman.
Word.
Imagine being Sylvester Stallone, going from like just a regular Joe Schmo actor and then winning Best Picture and as Rocky. And like you really set the world on, like you flipped the world upside down. He must have went totally crazy
Hell
for a
yeah.
while with the ladies.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not saying it's good or bad, ladies. I'm just saying this is what happens.
That's a good thing.
So to answer your question, so the choices were...
It has to be Jeter, because Jeter's on the world stage, right?
Well, I think that what made Jeter so good is that there was... Well, let me break it down, and then you guys can tell me if you... What?
Yeah, longevity.
What? I'm getting to the fucking gift basket.
Be nice.
So
nice.
I think the thing about Derek Jeter that was so great is that, number one, well, here's how he got lucky. He was pre-internet, pre-Snapchat, pre-Instagram.
Word.
He wouldn't have been able to move around had he been working in this day and age. Because the days of the fantastic stickmen, they're over. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, it's ruined that.
Can't do shit.
You'll get caught fucking around, and not the next day, in real time.
Word.
Like it
Right
happens
now.
while it's happening.
Yep.
But Jeter, I think I would say, first of all, I think Burgess, he's in the Hall of Fame. The award is called actually now the Burgess Commemorative Stickman of the Year Award.
That's right. When you getting it in like that.
Yeah. Since, as far as I know, and no one's ever told me, other than Stallone, that this term existed. I feel like Sylvester Stallone invented the term, and I just brought it to the mainstream. Because before me, and I'm not taking credit, did anybody hear that term stickman? You heard it? From my ass.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, and I, like I said, I didn't invent it. I wish I invented it, but I swear I think Stallone did it. So, it comes down to Jeter and Prince. And I'm gonna say that Prince, and I'm gonna tell you why. Jeter did it fantastically. He did it beautifully. He did it quietly.
In New
He
York.
did it respectfully. He did it on a big stage, the bright lights in the big city of New York.
Word.
You'd be hard pressed to find anybody, any lady, that has anything bad to say about Derek Jeter.
Word.
That's fantastic right there. They're like, oh, he's an asshole. There's no lawsuits. And whether or not the
No
gift
baby
bags,
mamas?
no baby mamas that we know of.
For sure.
That we know of.
As of now, no baby mamas.
That have come to the surface.
Right, so we give him credit.
We give him credit. So whatever he's done it quietly and kept it clean. So it really comes down to Jeter and Prince. And I'm going to actually let listen, I don't think, this is Minnesota. I don't think we need to go into what made Prince so fantastic. What he was artist, original, longevity. Longer than Jeter even the run, and he sometimes he got married, he got divorced, he'd go away and then he'd come back. But you never ever, like when he went out, like most of us dudes, like I'm sure some of you guys came with dudes, like, and that's what it's supposed to be. Prince would show up with just chicks, bad chicks,
Dressed like a
chick.
woman.
Yes.
So he's better than everybody.
So we have to go with Prince.
How you gonna show up?
In a purple muumuu.
And with the baddest chicks dressed like them.
One of his last public appearances was at the Golden State Warriors game. He had a fucking staffed and a purple muumuu on, and a shit mushroom afro.
The
and a
best
beautiful
perm.
girl with him.
The best perm.
Yes. So Prince wins. And by the way, how far away in minutes? Like let's say like I wanted to take this entire group on a bus trip right now to Prince's house. How far away is it from here? 30. Let's say 30 minutes. 30 minutes, huh? Damn. G Monetti. Foot fungus is no laughing matter. Radiancy, the makers of Clear Touch, make medical aesthetic devices for the professional industry that treat dermatological conditions. The technology in Clear Touch is LHE, light and heat energy. LHE is a form of phototherapy. Doctors around the world have been using phototherapy to effectively treat nail fungus. Current nail fungus treatments are laser, which means you must drill holes into the nail to cure it. I don't want to do that. pills, which can cause liver damage, creams, and nail removal, which sounds really, really painful. With any treatment, the nail must grow out to show the results. This can take anywhere from 6 to 18 months, depending on the person or whether it's a finger or toenail. But you can fix this now at clearmyfungus.com. That's clearmyfungus.com to purchase this revolutionary technology or call 800-910-5590. That's 800-910-5590. All right, so I'll take another question and we'll jump back in. I'll take it from this young lady.
One, I wanted to say thank you for talking about your Crohn's issue. It inspired me to get checked, and I had stage 4B colon cancer.
Holy shit.
My oncologist told me that probably a cure.
Wow. Are you serious?
There you go. You did that. You taking shits all over the highway. You did that. Look at that. More you son.
If I feel like this crowd is a trustworthy, intimate crowd, I'll share a story with you that happened this week. I got to see if I trust you guys. Well, that's fantastic. I am honored that speaking about it, inspired you to get a checkup because that's I don't even know. I'm just flabbergasted that you told me that. I'm so happy that your health is good. Where's the best place to take a shit right now? I can tell you. No.
This motherfucker done scoped out all areas.
It's like, I'm like, what is it called? Who's the people like that protect the president?
Secret Service.
That's what I am of toilets. Like when I check, like, what did I say when I get here? Where's the bathroom? I know that there's a bathroom across the street. There's a coffee shop around the corner. Like, I know where they are. If anybody needs to use a bathroom, please, trust me, I'll tell you. I have an industrial size thing of toilet paper hidden right back behind here.
He know where it is.
Anyway, sorry, I'm being totally honest. And I gotta be honest. The reason, I'm gonna get there. And the reason why I'm open and make jokes, because I don't believe that just general feces and shit talk is funny. But the reason why I do talk about it is because since I was 17, I've had something called ulcerative colitis. And it's blah, 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 blah. It's in the intestines. But the one of the main problems with it is that when it's active.
You gotta go.
And Gerald's been with me,
this motherfucker done ran away from my ass. I'm like, yo,
conversation.
Motherfucker behind a dumpster. I said, this motherfucker who been in all these movies behind a dumpster.
So I talk about it because it's not something that it's easy to deal with. But anyway, behind a dumpster is like one of the best places I could be. I'm not confirming or denying that Wednesday at about 3:00 in the middle of Central Park happened or didn't happen.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. I understand it, and homegirl understands it too.
Okay, so anyway, so what is your question?
Using the 5 senses, please describe your time alone with Amber Rose.
That is a good question. Using the 5 senses. I'll just tell you all the senses all at once. Amber Rose is a very, very beautiful, very sexy, attractive woman, and she has a sort of, there's people that are beautiful. Like I was talking about Uma in her prime, but I wouldn't say she was necessarily sexy. There's a certain way, men understand it, and women understand it from certain men. It's not necessarily a look, but it's just a quality. It's just the way they carry themselves. It's just the way they look at you. And when I interviewed her for the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, I met her first at a place called Sue's. She's open about it. She was a stripper. And I'm not a big strip club guy, except for when I was here doing Beautiful Girls, there was a couple of places downtown, but that's a whole other segue. I want to stay focused on you. But I met her at a place called Sue's, and she had the shaved head and the ass and the face and the whole thing. And we had a pleasant conversation. She was flirting, talk or whatever, la la la. And then I remember seeing her with Kanye West. I was like, that fucking girl looks familiar. I swear I've seen that girl before. And my friend who was there was like, yo, that's that girl that you met at Sue's like a couple of years ago. And then I ran into her, about a year and a half ago. And I was like, oh, Amber, how you doing? She was like, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then I asked her to be on the podcast. So she came over to my house. Now I have a lady, but she was, she just has a sexual quality. So as far as taste, I didn't actually get to taste her, but I could imagine. Smell.
Sexual
look,
quality.
Yeah, she just has a sexual.
What is that?
It's, you know what it is.
She's naked?
No, she don't need to be naked. There's just a softness. And she, some people might not think she's attractive, but when you're up close,
she exudes
sexuality. She straight up exudes it. And she wears these sunglasses, and I was teasing her. I was like, yo, you're gonna be, wear your fucking sunglasses while I'm interviewing you, while me, the Gringo Mandingo, interviews you. And then she was like telling me, that she's shy, and she was like insinuating that she has some sort of crush on me. And then she takes the glasses off, and it was literally like that Jamie Foxx Prince thing, because you don't want to make eye contact with her. Because once you make eye contact with her, you could fuck yourself you're like, yeah, blah, blah.
Medusa.
It's like I met Rihanna once at last year's All-Star game.
Rihanna's one of the baddest people ever.
I couldn't speak. She said something to me. She said, I know who you are, I like your movies. And I literally went, Baba.
The beauty is...
Because she's another one.
Beautiful.
I never thought twice about Rihanna until the first time I saw her. I saw her, I don't know how long ago she came out. It was soon after she came out, but I was like, she's just some pop star. I didn't think her music was that good. She was young. But then when I saw her in real life, first of all, she's tall. She's model tall, but not model skinny. Not concentration camp skinny. Yeah. Not like where the elbows, you could shoot pool with the elbows.
Yeah.
Skinny.
No ribs showing, none of that. See, that's bad. That's what we
not
call
dope.
A bad motherfucker.
I feel bad for those models that feel, well, it's not they feel, they must emaciate themselves to get work.
Kate Morse and them.
It's incredible. Yeah. I saw a couple on the street yesterday in New York, 2 young girls taking pictures. And I was like, and I could see, the sort of dark circles under their eyes. And they were both pretty girls, but they were 25 pounds under the weight they should have. It's sad. Yeah. So Rihanna didn't have it. She was just gorgeous. And I was like, oh shit. Then I started under my umbrella. I went back and got into the whole category. So Amber Rose is very beautiful, and I think her story. Some people give her shit oh, you're just a stripper, whatever. It's when you see somebody who's a rags to riches story. I don't know, a guy that sort of scraped his way up, Bloomberg. I don't want to get into politics, but he talked about how he made himself into Michael Bloomberg, right? Amber Rose, people oh, she was a stripper. None of these girls that are strippers ever were when they're growing up, they're I want to be a stripper. They have hopes and dreams. You wind up being a stripper. So I think her story is good because that's really a only in America type of story to sort of go from that to whether it's good, bad, or not. To have your own talk show on VH1. That's some only in America shit. Don King talks that only in America shit. And for a while, you're this guy's fucking nuts. He was in prison for manslaughter.
Yeah.
And then he fucking manslaughtered every single boxer and made himself a billionaire. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's only in America.
Only here.
Underwear, t-shirts, socks. We spend most of our lives wearing these essentials. The guys at Mack Weldon are obsessed with making them better. They spend thousands of hours focused on the most important details. Undershirts that stay tucked, underwear that stays put, and socks that stay up. Okay? I guarantee you Mack Weldon is better than whatever you're wearing right now. Trust me. And if you disagree, they'll refund your order. Go to MackWeldon.com. That's MackWeldon.com. Enter the promo code Rapaport for 20% off any order. I'm wearing a Mack Weldon t-shirt and a pair of socks right now, and I'm in heaven. Again, go to MackWeldon.com. Use the promo code Rapaport, RAPAPORT. Trust me, Mack Weldon is better than whatever you're wearing right now. We did a live show once, and we started getting into politics, and I realized that politics, I always heard, don't bring up politics and religion. Don't bring up politics and religion. I was always like, well, what's the problem? Motherfuckers are serious about their politics and religion. They are serious about their politics and religion. So in public, I don't think it's safe, smart to bring up politics and religion. But, no, I'm just, But
Go ahead.
I mean, the White House was built by slaves. I don't want to talk about politics or religion. I don't want to talk about. But the one thing that I did want to talk about, and I'm not going to name any names, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, is this whole "Make America Great Again." And I'm going to talk about it more so in the context of when that term started coming out earlier this year. They're leaving. They're fuck it. And he's like,
these are Trump.
She's like, I told you not to talk about politics or religion, motherfucker. I'm going to get my fucking money back and return that soft ass I Am Rapaport stereo podcast.
Bring your ass back,
you dumb motherfucker. You should have never brought up politics and religion. No, but the thing about the Make America Great Again thing, regardless of what you feel, what you don't feel, whose side you're on, because I truly don't care, and this isn't the place or time to talk about it. But that phrase about the Make America Great Again, the 2015 Podcast Codes of the Year brought something to my attention that was then stolen. I will say that it was stolen by, was it The Daily Show?
The Daily Show. They stole it.
They stole our concept on it. But when that first came into fruition about 7 months ago, G. Monetti had a great point, and I'll let you...
I said, when wasn't America great?
And if we want to make America great again, what time are we trying to go back to? The 60s?
The 30s?
How was the 60s? Remind me, the 60s...
Oh, at least 20 cities were burning.
It could have been the 30s because...
Depression. Couldn't have been the 40s, World War II.
1890?
Maybe.
Do we want to go back to...
Free labor.
1877?
Me in shackles. No.
You want to go back to Make America Great Again?
No.
It should be always, I don't care what party, what person you're voting for, we have to go forward and make America continue to be fantastic and get it better and better and better and better. And everybody.
For everybody.
All the candidates, all the people speaking at both conventions, every single person cannot deny that things need to improve across the board. Across the board. Nobody's content. Nobody's happy. The richest of the rich aren't happy. The poorest of the poor aren't happy. You know, and all the other more complicated stuff. So that was the thing that to me has been the most polarizing, divisive thing that's been brought up during this political season. Except for the reaction to people saying when the First Lady, and she's the First Lady, despite whether you're happy about it or not, when the First Lady of the President of the President of the United States said, I wake up in the morning in a house that was built by slaves. It was built by slaves. Right. Now, we could say, well, they were Bill O'Reilly. I don't want to get too complicated. He said, well, they were slaves, but they were fed and housed. You motherfucker, like that was like... What the fuck are you talking about?
He has a mental illness.
Right.
So you have to give him a pass.
Dumb fuck of the week. All right, but I don't want to get you. I don't want to tip too far into that stuff. I just wanted to say that.
Word.
How do you guys feel about Kevin Garnett coming back to the Minnesota Timberwolves?
You don't think he's too old?
Is he so beloved? He's got the bite. He's still one of the great shit talkers in all of sports. Fantastic shit talker. One of the. I mean, he's talked shit to everybody for years. Never backed it up. On the court, the playing, I love KG. But as far as like he talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Always wants to kick some ass.
Where's Anthony Peeler?
Is Anthony Peeler in the house? See, we're in Minnesota. You guys know.
You guys know the time.
One of the great shit talkers of all time, Kevin Garnett, always want to fuck somebody up.
But when it boiled down to getting real,
he's running around like he's like, hold me back. Hold me, like even with Dwight Howard, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. He's right there. Why are you telling him? Right. I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Right.
And I love KG. I've always loved KG.
Great player. Great.
Hall of Fame, first ballot. Totally put Minnesota basketball on the map. Along with one of how could I forget? J.R. fucking Ryder. During our time during Beautiful Girls, true story.
We was in the club with that motherfucker.
3:30 in the morning. And he said, this is on his birthday. The clock had struck midnight, and it was his birthday. You know, when you're 25, 24, and you're a gazillionaire, you know, every birthday counts. And he said, I said, yo, I'm going home. He said, you ain't partying with me? I said, no, I'm going to go. And he said, shit, we'll come to the game tomorrow. And I was like, when does it start? 7:30? He goes, no, 12 noon.
And he's out with you.
3:30 in the morning, I'm ready to go to fuck to sleep. On my life, you can look it up. He scored 43 points the next day. On my life.
Phenomenal
Speaking of birthdays, let me ask you guys, see what you think it is. I'm just stretching my legs here. Are there any other Jews in the house? Okay, so you could stretch your leg with me too.
You're not the only one, motherfucker.
You never know. The Cohen brothers, they're from here. They're Jewish. Yeah. Huh? Bob Dylan's from Minnesota, right? He's Jewish. Robert Zimmerman. Who the fuck is Robert Zimmerman?
Word. That name is fucked up,
his real name is Robert Zimmerman.
That name is fucked up for black people.
No,
Zimmerman, motherfucker. Stop.
No, Bob Dylan's real name is Robert Zimmerman. I could see why he changed his name to Bob Dylan. When's my birthday?
March something.
Right, exactly. Now, I'll tell you sometimes, hey, motherfucker, my birthday's actually. All I want is a phone call.
Yo, what up? You watching the game?
Yeah, it's your birthday, right? Yeah. You shit today? Yeah, I took a shit. It was solid. Thank you.
Where, motherfucker?
Yeah. We're able to make it into the house. I mean, listen, I don't think shit humor is funny.
What interstate?
But I have to embrace the reality of it. Nobody was with me. I see you in the back. You're snickering with me. You weren't walking through Central Park with me this Wednesday at 2:30. You don't know what I was going through, fuck you.
Homegirl had the only heart.
She knows.
She know what time it is.
She may or may not know, but the compassion. I don't know.
Word. I feel you, man. I saw your ass run.
Yeah.
I saw you. And for a white dude, you were fast, man.
Yes. Because
you can't clench your muscles.
No, I can.
To hold that shit. Where the normal human beings, we can clench.
Well, when my ulcerative colitis is active, I can't.
And you don't know when that motherfucker gonna be active.
I know when it is. You don't know shit. I'm talking to a guy here about health. What? This fucking guy hasn't had a checkup since 1994.
And look at me. And you know me since 82. And I've only gained 10 pounds.
Listen, no.
So I'm eating right, living right,
and
drinking right,
and
what? Shitting right. You know what time it is.
Who thinks that's absurd? What is G. Monetti? G. Moody, last name rhyme with duty.
Sure.
What is he scared of to get a checkup? Now, people in here, don't you think G. Monetti should get a checkup? Wouldn't you feel comfortable with G. Monetti, who's 48, should be getting checkups? How old are you?
47.
47. It's time for him to get the old.
If you eat
you
regular,
don't eat right.
you ain't supposed to get.
We're talking to the guy that part of the GoFundMe thing that we did was oxtail stew. You're talking about eat right.
Anybody in here?
Right, exactly.
Oxtail stew is good.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, G. Monetti, the people are here.
I hear.
Raise your hand if you think G. Monetti, who's 47, on the cusp of being 48, should absolutely get a fucking checkup.
Look at my man with the hard body shit. He said, hell no. You know why? He said, because he's healthy. You don't need that if you eat
drunk
right.
Out of his fucking tree,
This is a vegan motherfucker right here.
The crowd is telling you. Want to argue with the crowd?
I'm not arguing with these cats.
Yeah. Even just a proper blood test. You could get that at like CVS.
For you, because you running behind the dumpsters. You see, I don't have to do that because my fucking body works like it's supposed to work.
The people want to see you get it. They
want to see me get ravaged. I eat well. That's why. You know me 84, 83, right? I only gained 10 pounds.
Bullshit.
I just hit 200.
It's not about the weight.
Yes, it is.
Guys, please, is there a doctor in the house?
See,
We've gone over this discussion.
She's like, yeah, I see her. She's like, oh.
Get a checkup, right?
That's that.
Get a blood test.
That's that Dr.
Go
Phil
to the dentist. Your teeth, like we'll be talking.
Don't all that. Don't believe
we'll
this
be in the middle of
motherfucker.
a podcast and it'll be like, oh shit, a tooth just fell out. And they just fucking throw it out the window. This is not normal. I don't care how much you hadn't put on any weight. God bless you for not putting on any weight. Just get a blood test. We're talking to a guy who still cuts his toenails with a fucking steak knife.
This is true.
All right.
And I don't give a fuck.
So when we were here in '96, this was around the time that Stephon Marbury.
Word. Brooklyn.
You guys are forgiving people, man. I would be like, fuck Stephon Marbury.
Brooklyn. You from Brook? What part? You look like Sunset Park, motherfucker. Oh, Canarsie, in that area, see? BK.
So, did you guys? How did you guys feel that he sort of said he didn't want to play here at the time? Is it like you guys are cool with that? It would have been a Shaq and Kobe. And then cut to he went to this team, that team. He went to the Knicks. For some reason he was eating Vaseline, and now he's got a statue built in China. We love Steph Marbury.
It was too cold here for.
I agree.
I'm from Brooklyn. I understand. I can understand why.
Well, why would you, if you're from Brooklyn, why would you say
it's bitter cold here, right? Brooklyn, we have it's a different thing.
The winter it's like you're getting punched in the face every day.
It's always snowing, right? Nobody wants to be around that shit, man. This motherfucker from BK, we get snow maybe once, twice. This shit is all day, every fucking day.
I get it. Huh?
Excuse me?
No, it's fantastic.
It's good.
But it ain't basketball season.
What month we in?
It ain't too cold there. It's fucking August.
What you expect?
No shit.
Too much rum, motherfucker.
And so, but one of the things, I talk about a lot, I don't know if you guys are into it. I'm in my fantasy football league. And I know this is a big football city. Fooey. You guys got that rookie receiver, what's his name, Laquan? I'm looking at him. Of course, Adrian Peterson, did you guys forgive him?
Oh, y'all forgave him? See, that's that bullshit. He was whipping his kid's ass because he gained a few yards. Now everybody forgive this motherfucker? Nigga, fuck that.
But it's one thing to give a little whipping and a spanking. It's another thing to take a switch out on a 6-year-old and leave welts on his balls. What the fuck are you doing? You took it too far, AP. Now, the NFL and that fucking Godell and the way he's handling all this shit, I don't know. I'm glad he's back. He paid his price. I mean, these guys, what's the guy who, they don't want to let these guys, they want to punish them and exonerate them and act like Ray Rice. Obviously, what he did is a scumbag thing.
Yeah.
But to take away, to exonerate him from his only means of living, I don't think it's fair. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah.
And you can't. Well, just because we didn't suspend him here and we covered up this and all that. Whatever. It's right. Fucking mess. Fantasy football. I want fucking Adrian Peterson on my team this year. I want him.
They should fine your ass.
Fine my ass for what?
For having a guy who did some domestic violence shit. You should get a penalty for having this motherfucker on your team.
You with me, motherfucker? What are you talking? What should I do for getting Adrian Peterson?
Pick somebody else, motherfucker.
We're in Minnesota. Tomorrow when we're in Milwaukee, I'll say I want Jordy Nelson. I got to kiss the crowd's ass. I'm playing. I'm kidding. I don't want to start. Fuck, I thought politics wasn't real. Jesus Christ. You can talk about politics here, but you can't fucking say Jordy Nelson. No. Holy shit.
You need Chris Carter, Warren Moon.
The thing I love about fantasy football is I play small stakes games. And yes, my son and his friend. It's not even my son. I'm friends with a 13-year-old kid. It's fucking, talk about a sad fucking life. I shit in Central Park during the middle of the summer, and I have a 13-year-old
There we go again.
who's my paid guru.
You
And you
can't hang
guys
with this
came to see
motherfucker.
me fucking do a show. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you?
Word.
No, but the thing about fantasy football that I love so much is, number one, it helps me it had a reappreciation for the NFL as a whole, okay? Because my team, right? It's my team. It's some real Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Flies, nerd shit. My team is the most important thing. So I don't care if you're on the Giants. I don't care if you're on the Vikings. It's hard for me to pick a fucking Patriot. But in general,
Fuck them.
it's hard.
Fuck them.
It's hard. But
Cheat ass Brady.
cheating ass Brady. And it just came out today that Julian Edelman, another Mr. America with his blue eyes and his beard. I'm a little guy, but I hustle so hard and I'm going to run fast.
Yeah.
I catch the ball and I run, and you're never going to knock me down. I got 17 concussions, but I'm never going to stop.
Yeah.
I'm a white guy with a motor. Pass me the ball, Tom. High five, Tom. He's like fucking 5'7". He's like a little tough little fucker. He's a tough little fucker. He's got they're saying allegedly he's got a kid out of wedlock.
Oh,
Again,
shit.
The Patriot way.
The
every
Patriot
fucking
way.
scumbag move.
Word.
Everybody in the NFL has a kid out of wedlock.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
No. Giants ain't got none of that. AP, that's your boy.
You know, but if it's Julian Edelman, listen, we can't ignore the racial implications. When
Word.
it's one of these little, I'm a little fucking, one of these white guy with a motors, and, they're like, I just scrapped my way to the NFL, and, I didn't play high school, I got cut, and then I didn't go to junior college, I went here, and then your whole fucking sob story that we got to watch on E60, and now your fucking girl's on the side, you animal, you.
You doing the same shit them motherfuckers doing, too.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
I wanted to get a take on some of the great sick fucks of the week.
Word.
And I gotta let you know. See, some people I get a lot of requests on Twitter about different sick fucks. And there's a difference between a sick fuck and then a sick fuck with what I could call maybe a je ne sais quoi. See, so your normal, just low-end, violent criminal, there's no sick fucks you're not rapists. This is not anything to make any jokes about or give an award to. The sick fuck is a special type. And it's an award that we give out weekly. And it's an award that it's earned.
Word. Not given.
It's earned.
Not given.
Okay, so some of the guys that we've talked about, this was to give the whole country of Canada. Now, there's 5 of them, okay? There's 4 of them I got here. Different sick fucks. Now, this was a special one, but did you know that the governing body of Canada didn't stop a law to make bestiality? Does everybody in here know what bestiality is? Are we sure? Because the only bad question is the one you don't ask. You don't know this? This is having intersexual relations with animals.
With the beast of the field.
So that was the one choice. Okay, the whole country of Canada, when they didn't acknowledge that should be illegal. Like, you shouldn't be able to violate, let's say a groundhog. You want to fuck a groundhog?
Word.
That shouldn't be okay. You follow?
And the judge said it's all good. Go at him. Go at the armadillo. Go at the fucking rhinoceros. Yeah. If you could get a hold of him, hit him.
Go do as you please.
What kind of place is that?
It's not even it would be one thing. I would have been more comfortable with it if it had been like a small town in the northern tip of Canada. We're talking about the whole country.
Yeah.
My brother lives in Canada. Professor Rapaport lives in Canada.
Legislation.
Okay, so that was one. Number 2, a guy was in a relationship with a woman. He felt like his woman wasn't giving him the attention that he deserved. He was jealous of the woman.
Word.
He thought his woman was cheating on him. The way he chose to get back at his woman was to fuck her dog.
And it was a little dog.
A Shih Tzu dog.
The dog you have in your fucking palm. He gaped this motherfucker.
And this was his, I mean, if you think she's cheating on you and you want to get back at her, cheat on her. Don't fuck the dog.
She spent a lot of time with the dog, so he was fixated on, I'm gonna get you.
Huh? Does that make a difference?
He identified.
This guy said, what was the sex of the dog? Like,
He
well,
identified.
if it was a female, I get it. You know what? You're entitled to get that information. You're tallying up your information. We can't.
See?
No,
See?
we can't.
See that?
Hey, we gotta watch. You got any pets,
Watch it.
motherfucker?
That's your man? Watch this motherfucker, man.
Now I realize we're in the same theme here. One of the same themes here. Okay, this is a whole other group of things. This is true. All these things are true, disturbing.
Word.
I can't remember where it was this one happened. But a group of people were playing what they called sex roulette. It was like an orgy situation, and one of the persons at this invited party, and they were all aware of it, had HIV.
Trying to give him the monster.
The fourth choice, and then you guys could, you could take a minute to figure this out. This guy's famous. He was on Howard Stern. I didn't know this, but he was on the Howard Stern show. Howard actually interviewed him. He was part of a documentary. The Dolphin Fucker. Now,
you giving up the jokes, motherfucker.
This guy had a whole song and dance about how he knows the Dolphins like this. And how he knows that the Dolphins yearn for this.
Damn.
And how he knows from the sounds they make that the Dolphins enjoy this. You sick fuck you.
But how you fuck a dolphin?
I don't even want to know.
In the water, like that motherfucker will turn over
And think about this.
and drown your ass.
Think about this. Like the normal person, guy or girl, you have a hot date on a Friday night. You're going to go take a shower. You're going to put on some perfume. You're going to put on the right pair of jeans. You want your hair to be the right way. You're a guy. You want to wear the proper shoes. It's everything. You want to look nice. You want to say the right things. This fucking sicko, he's like, well, I'm going to wear this bathing suit.
Speedo.
And like he's looking forward to going to the ocean to violate a poor, beautiful dolphin. All right, so we have our choices, and by a show of applause, now I'm going to give you the choices, and then I want you to say which ones. Again, we have the dolphin fucker, all of Canada.
I got the dolphin fucker, man.
Sex roulette crew, or the guy who violated his girlfriend's dog out of
Shaggy
jealousy.
DA.
All right, so which one do you want to choose? Dolphin fucker? I'll just call it legal in Canada. Sex roulette. Or the dog fucker.
Yeah, we feel the same.
All right.
Word.
He fucked the Shih Tzu.
Yeah, literally. The Shih Tzu.
All right.
Jesus Christ. But yo, on some shit, they got butt plugs for cats now.
For sexuality?
This is what was written in the article. The unsightly butthole. So we put that in there.
A little button?
With some type of design on the butthole.
Like what is it
you can
called?
have Nike on the cat's ass. Converse.
Like what is it called? They call that bedazzled? You could bedazzle a cat's ass?
Because nobody want to see a cat's ass, supposedly.
If that's a problem, you shouldn't have a cat. Because then if you're looking at the ass and it's like prompting you to look any more than when you should be, that's a person who's probably like trying to look to fuck a cat.
Mental illness is real.
Okay, listen. We got a few more minutes. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself.
Word.
I want to take some more questions and prompt some more conversation.
Money right there.
Y'all got it in you to improv, mic rap, interviewing a bizarro LeBron James.
Bizarro LeBron James.
We've never thought about that.
I could do Stan Van Gundy. He doesn't even know. Stan Van
easy.
Gundy just got back from Argentina. Stan Van Gundy's he's like, I just came back from Russia. I was over there with Putin. I had Sidney Moncrief. We had Kevin McHale. And Marcus Johnson. We got fucking crazy over there in Russia. They had us doing clinics. We were on a beach. We wound up in Greece. McHale, he likes to walk around nude. You know, he's got great shoulders. I don't know what the fuck he had. He had some bad clams and some calamari. I said, Kevin, you're fucking nude. And Sidney Moncrief and him got into a scrap. He knocked his fucking teeth out. That's Stan. Stan, I have to pace myself because it really strains the voice. I love Stan Van Gundy.
Absolutely.
And I ran into his brother, Jeff Van Gundy, who I've met over the years, and I was just like thinking like one day I'm gonna run into these one and they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, my brother's got a wife, he's got kids, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's never smoked or drank in his life, and I'm gonna be like, I know, but he's just such a great character. Because he always sounds like, I always imagine like Stan Van Gundy, he's like under the fucking thing under here. He's like, you know, boxing.
Harold Letterman.
Harold Letterman. You know how like if you watch fights, or like Harold, I've never seen Harold Letterman. He's the guy that does the scoring during the fights, and they'll be like, "What do you think, Harold?" Harold's underneath the fucking ring. He's like, "I got Hopkins is up 7 rounds to 6," and then Stan Van Gundy by the mid-season, his voice is thrown out, and that's how the Stan Van Gundy impersonation came out. And then, you know, and of course we do, you know, Danny Aiello, who, you know, he's always a crowd favorite.
Absolutely.
And you know, that was our biggest one, and we got to interview him, which was the thrill.
Yeah.
And I got to do Sal from Do the Right Thing, while Danny Aiello was demoted to playing Mookie, which was a thrill of a lifetime. So anyway, what's the next question? Go ahead, you.
What do you think about resembling Larry Bird?
The reality of it is my whole life, because I played ball, and because the amount of white people in the NBA is always small, and then the amount of white people in the NBA with blonde hair, Gerald will attest to this, when I came around his neighborhood, they just started calling me Bird. There's people that I've known for 20 years that they'd probably be like, what's your real name? Like, all they know me is Bird,
Yep.
Bird.
Yep.
So I never thought about it then. But as God is my fucking witness, just today in the Minneapolis airport, I'm sitting there with a fucking Trenti, iced green tea, in some outfit like this, with my New York Yankee hat on. This broad comes up to me and says to me, she's like she saw someone special, and I'm like, I don't get that kind of reaction. I get like, oh, Mike. She says to me, are you Larry Bird? And I said, are you fucking serious? She goes, are you Larry Bird? And then the other goes, like, you know, he was on Prison Break, you dummy. And I was like, is this a fucking joke? Like, is Ashton Kutcher gonna fucking come down like on, are you Larry Bird? Are you fucking kidding me? He should smack himself silly for he ever dreamed about looking as good as this. Larry Bird. That happened today in the fucking airport. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Am I Larry Bird?
Word.
She was dead serious. She it was like she saw Larry Bird. What the fuck is going on? Larry Bird's not sitting here with a Trenti ice green tea at the fucking baggage claim waiting for G. Monetti.
Yeah.
That's me, the Gringo Mandingo, you dumb fuck.
That's right. That's who he is. More questions.
Why did you shoot Tyra, man? You broke my heart.
Talking about a higher learning, why did I? You know, I get asked that question often, and the answer, the only answer that I have is because the check's fucking cleared, motherfucker. I would have shot Tyra. I would have shot fucking Omar Epps. Anybody? It didn't matter who it was.
You would have shot the director.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit. The checks were good. The checks cleared. They're like, shoot fucking Tyra. And they're like, get the fuck down
John
here.
Singleton.
I know. Well, it was a while ago. Now, I can tell you, since we talked about colitis, and I felt like this is a trustworthy audience, I got very skinny. That was probably one of the worst. I was very sick during the making of that movie. Like, I was, like, my normal weight at the time was like 195 pounds. I was down to like 169 pounds at one point making that movie. I was so sick. And people were like, wow, you really cared about your role. I was like, yeah, I'm a method actor. And literally, I was like...
They know your ass was running to the bathroom.
Yeah, it was tough. But let me come back to you, sir, with the glasses, because my cock eye fucked you up. What is your question?
What do we have to do to get you like full time on the jump next season?
I've been talking to them. I enjoy doing it. We'll see. The show was a lot of fun. I love doing it. And we'll see what happens. I definitely will be back. I think they're reformulating some of the stuff with the show, and I think all the NBA stuff in general. So I'll definitely be back, and we'll figure out in what capacity. And the check's clear,
gone.
motherfucker. You'll sell it too.
You do the same thing, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's no. As I've gotten older, but still look good. But as I've gotten older, I've come to like a happy medium. Like, so when you see me on a show, when it's me as myself, you got to follow the rules. Obviously, you can't say motherfucker, cocksucker on regular television. But when especially when you guys see me now, like, you'll see, like, I don't play that game, like, where I don't. There's a lot of actors, friends of mine, that are, way richer than me, that have compromised how they present themselves. And I made a choice a long time ago, for better or for worse, probably for worse, that I was always going to stick to who I am and never try to present myself other than that. And it is what it is. It's a business decision. Because a lot of guys, until they pop up on, shows drinking a little wine, they hide who they are. And I just try to maintain. I just never try to fake the funk, because, I don't want, it was really like, I don't want my friend saying, yo, why you trying to act white? What was the next question?
You're in an episode of Louie. You're going to get nominated.
Actually, I did not get nominated for an Emmy. And it was cool. It was sort of, I didn't think twice about it until people started saying to me, you should get nominated for an Emmy. And then I didn't. And then I was like, those cocksuckers, you motherfuckers. But it's all good. That performance and doing that show, sort of it lasted the test of time. And there was something that I think people related to, so it's all good. So it's like I always, like, I love that movie Raging Bull for a lot of reasons, but there's a lot of life lessons in there. And one of my favorite lines from that movie is in one of the opening scenes is when he says, she goes, you were fucking around. He goes, I wasn't fucking around, not till I get that championship belt. She goes, I don't know what happened with them. The judges didn't know. Who knows what happened with them? The people knew. So when you say that, I'm like, the people knew.
Yeah, that's what's up.
The judges, who knows what happened with them? But, again, award shows, that's why last year with the Oscars so white, I was like, well, you're getting upset about these award shows, and they're not accurate. It's not the NBA Finals. Like, there's not a winner and a loser. There's great movies that don't get nominated every year. There's great performances that, don't win. Some people get nominated. Timothy Hutton beat out Joe Pesci. Good for him. It's not like Timothy. It's subjective thing. It's art. So that's why they're like the protests. Like, what the fuck are you protesting? You're protesting a bunch of, like, what are you protesting that are watching your movie 99% of the time on a computer screen at home? This is who you're getting upset about and making a big to-do about and ruining the Oscar shows with all the redundant jokes about Oscars so white. Who gives a fuck? So it's silly. So, Idris Elba wasn't the only one who got fucked last year. They fucked me too. You know what I'm saying? The cocksuckers. The I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses. Casper.com. It's an award-winning sleep startup. Go to Casper.com. $50 off purchase of any size mattress. Damn. Put in the code Rapaport, RAPAPORT, Casper Mattress in New York City. You could keep the bed for 100 nights. You could get your freak on for 100 nights. If you do not like the bed after 100 nights, you can return the mattress within 100 days. That's a guarantee. The bed will be delivered between 2 to 5 days anywhere in the United States and Canada. Same day delivery in New York City. We do not plug, we do not support, we do not take sponsorship from anything we have not tried and we are not passionate about 450%. I'll tell you this about True Romance. True Romance was the only film that I ever did. Thank you. It's the only film that I ever did that I knew was going to be good. It was exciting to go to the set every day. You talk about being a fan. I would go to the set just to watch scenes being filmed. I went to the set the day that the classic Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper scene was shot. I was right there. I was there the day James Gandolfini, the late, great James Gandolfini, with the scene with Patricia Arquette when he beat her up. I would go to the set when they were like, oh, Gary Oldman's coming in for a wardrobe fitting. And I could tell you, like, at the time, I mean, like, I have an accent now, and, you know, I got my little swagger and shit. He was figuring out his character for Drexel. And he was like very fascinated and interested with the way I spoke. So he was like, how do you say that? Like, what did you just, in his British accent? And I'm like thinking, you can't do, ain't no actor could do what I got here, motherfucker. I don't know how good, I don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
So, but it was just a great time and a real pleasure to be in that movie. What was the next question?
How hard was it, a big fan, to actually get dick to Patton Oswalt?
Big fan, a film I did, a small film I did with Patton Oswalt and Kevin Corrigan. I didn't know who Patton Oswalt is. I had heard that you know, he was a good comedian. So when we're acting, it's like how sometimes you hear about boxers that are friends, and it's always like, they're friends? How are they friends? When you're acting, it's like it's just the switch. You turn on. I don't care who it is. Patton Oswalt, my mom, my father. I mean, Moody see me like when you act, when you go, you got to go. It's just like, it's just like basketball players, like football players. These guys all grew up with each other, but when you're out there, you got to go out there. So it was easy to be a prick to Patton Oswalt. He hasn't returned my call since, but.
Come on.
All right, you guys, we're going to be over there. We're going to take selfies. I'm going to go take a squirt. Sincerely, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Word up.